So you have a website, you want to make sure that you're quote unquote ADA compliant, and you want to make sure that anytime there are any accessibility issues that come up, that you get an alert. That sounds fine, but let's start with this. So monitoring is going to be based on an automated scan, and automated scans only catch or only flag about 25% of website accessibility issues per WCAG 2.1 AA. So you're not going to be aware, first of all, of every last accessibility issue. Many can be introduced without your knowledge. That's one problem, but that's not even, to me, that's not even the bigger problem. The bigger problem is that you shouldn't be introducing, once your website is remediated for accessibility, so once that you have had an audit performed and that you have incorporated all of the recommended fixes and remediated fully your website, and your website is WCAG conformant, there shouldn't be any new accessibility issues introduced, because you should have your staff, your team, your contractors, any employees working on your website or your other digital assets, they should be doing so with accessibility in mind every time. So they should be trained on accessibility. So this is to say, if anybody does make a change to your website, it should be a change made where accessibility is considered. So they shouldn't be introducing new accessibility issues. And if they are, then you have a bigger problem, because you're never going to stop with accessibility. It's always going to be something where it's a significant cost and you're always looking to outsource it. So you shouldn't have new accessibility issues being introduced. You should have first a fully remediated asset, and then secondly, your team trained so that no accessibility issues are introduced. But even if we go away from that, how many times is your website being updated? And usually it's not a lot. Maybe on some pages there are frequent updates, but it's not happening around the clock. So the idea that we have, let's say, a set of 50 URLs and we get an email notice the second there's an accessibility issue, that's just, in practice, that's not happening. It's not like there are just these constant updates. It's not like there's you're on a forum post, you're on a forum thread, and there are these constant add-ons to these threads where you have to monitor the content for whatever you want to monitor the content for. That's not the case. This is your own internal team, and they're the ones making changes. So there should be someone who is approving all of these changes, and they should only be approving them if they are accessible. So it's this whole idea that there are these updates that are so constant that you can't keep track of them, and you need to have an email as soon as there's anything that could be possibly could possibly not meet one of the WCAG success criterion. That's not what's happening. So you really don't need 24/7 maintenance or monitoring.